very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society.
I'm Rick.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Josh, and this is Can We Believe This Shit? And on this show, we go through conspiracy theories, current events, any kind of story that seems like it has unbelievable things in it, and we go through these stories and see if we can figure out what's what and then what we can believe and not believe. And you guys can come along on the ride and see for yourself what you believe or don't believe, or just have a laugh and a drink with us. But with any further ado, I'm going to let my man Rick come in and tell you what today's show is about. Get us, buddy.
Today we discuss what really happened on the Titanic on April 15th in 1912. Did an iceberg really cause the death of over 1,500 passengers on the maiden voyage of this self-proclaimed unsinkable ship? Could the sinking have been part of a bigger plan concocted by the wealthy ship owners? With so many prominent members of society on board for this disaster, it changed the course of history and paved the way for how the world banking system operates today, keeping the wealth out of the hands of the have-nots while the rich prosper. Or did it sink due to an ancient curse that was brought upon it by one of the passengers? Maybe the recent sinking of the submersible Titan fell prey to this same curse. We will explore this and all other conspiracies surrounding the Titanic on
Can We Believe This Shit? All right, let's go. How many conspiracy theories surround this damn thing?
There's quite a few.
I had no idea there was any. This is nuts.
Titanic's still catching bodies.
Yeah.
Like 112 years later.
Yeah, right.
That's true. That is true.
That's what interests us into doing this episode, right, fellas? This is nuts.
Yeah, it's getting some attention. Maybe just leave that ship alone, right?
Yeah, just let it be.
Let it go.
All right. So you guys want to get into the first conspiracy that's lined up here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So does everybody know who J.P. Morgan is?
Who's that?
It's that banker guy, isn't it? He sounds rich.
Billionaire, but back then millionaire, you know?
Yeah.
I
think he was a billionaire.
He was a billionaire?
Yeah.
Oh, even
Okay.
for that time? Damn, this guy's big time.
Well, very, very rich guy. Very controlling guy. Had his hands in everything. He actually owned part of White Star, which was the
cruise line.
The cruise line that owned
it's a cruise line?
Titanic and a bunch of other ships. So he was set to be on the Titanic. So was a few other prominent members of society, like rich people that were that had their hands in this new banking system, the central banking system that was going to happen. So you have Jacob Astor, Isidor Straus, Benjamin Guggenheim.
Guggenheim.
Yeah, I know I said that wrong.
Dude,
They all died on board. And J.P. Morgan, last minute, decided to get off the ship that he owned right before it sank.
Yeah.
Which is a little suspicious. So
a little bit, I would think. Yeah, like the head guy's now deciding, like, I know something you don't, I'm out. Or, I see where you're going. Okay, let's go.
yeah,
Jeez.
so Morgan witnessed the Titanic's launch in Belfast, when it was going to.
Yeah.
And on May 31st, 1911, the reason he missed his reason for missing the fatal voyage is a little unbelievable. Morgan was busy trying to ship his vast art collection in England and France by sea to New York, and it got hung up. And Jeff, you were saying something about it wasn't really hung up.
Yeah, they were passing laws in France at the time because there was so much art being exported to the United States from, like rich Americans wanted all that old art over here.
Right.
So France started passing laws to stop it, and supposedly he stayed there to keep keep that on track. He wanted to do shady rich guy banker stuff.
Yeah, he's like, don't
To
be suspicious.
circumvent those
Don't
new
be
laws.
You know how they roll.
So I mean, the conspiracy behind it of him not being on the ship has to do with the central banking system.
Yeah. Yeah.
So at the time that was going to be voted in, and Jeff, can you break down central banking system a little bit?
Well, the Federal Reserve was new.
He means for me.
Then, they
for
were
Josh. Yeah, for Josh.
trying to set it up. But basically, it's just a central bank. Every country has a central bank, and we didn't have. We've had them on and off, but this is the one that we have today is the one that happened in that time.
Now you just explained it. Now I want Josh to explain.
Oh, I didn't catch any of that. Not a lot.
Just give it a shot. What is the central banking system?
Well, everyone has one, he said. So there's that.
Yeah, like everywhere else, it's called the Bank of England, the Bank of Germany, the Bank of Poland. Here, a private company owns the name the Bank of America, so we had to go with the Federal Reserve.
Okay.
Which is not part of the government. A lot of people think it is because it's called Federal Reserve. It's not. It's private.
All right. So the theory is that the other prominent members of society, or three other ones, were voting against this Federal Reserve, and J.P. Morgan just suspiciously steps off the ship last minute, not going on the voyage, and to his benefit, they sink, and now we have the federal banking system.
Yeah.
Ironically,
or did he have it sunk to get rid of those guys?
Yeah.
Get all your competition in one place and all the people against what you're trying to do? That's kind of crazy.
That is a theory, but we're talking about 1,500 casualties, too.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard that there was, in this theory, I heard that
think
there was
these rich people care about that?
Yeah. You're
right, man.
You know?
I mean,
do you think they give a fuck about any of that?
Listen, you kill one guy here, one guy there. 1,500?
Well,
a lot of bodies for
it's one tragic accident.
Yeah, but
sir.
I mean, if you look at like Halliburton, how many deaths are they responsible?
Yeah, that's true. That's like millions.
Yeah, well, this is like a crumb of that.
Yeah, this is probably where that kind of shit starts.
Like, you can get away with that?
That wasn't one guy. That was like 20 guys.
Yeah.
Well, still, I'm sure there was more involved than this. It's just we get the one name.
Right. I mean, he had to kill 1,500 to get 4 people that he wanted dead, but he had them all in one spot at one time. That's the ideal.
Right.
So why wouldn't you think he would just hire like a hitman or
because
something?
then that would be suspicious. So all 3 die from a hitman, or
there's some weird
ship
thing.
is kind of perfect, right?
They're all there. It's one shot. It's one go, one try.
Yeah.
Why not? Just start a war and hope they become casualties of that.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, how capable are we? Okay, say millions of dollars are on the line. Let's find your lines. So, would either one of you push a big red button? Somebody dies you don't know on the other side of the earth for $1 million. You don't know.
No.
Yeah, no.
It's gross.
Yeah.
Ew.
But the other thing you're not thinking
either. Yeah, okay, pal.
No, I'm with you guys.
I get the $1 million vibe from you. I get the real red button from this guy.
Ricky's like, I'd do it for $100.
Shit, I'd know the guy. Tell me his name. I don't care.
He said, what do you think we're going to do when I get $1 million? See how loyal you are.
Yeah, family members, whatever.
But here goes the thing. He's already a billionaire in the 1900s, early 1900s. That's like being a trillionaire today.
Yeah, well,
that would be
what
like
more would you
That
need?
would be like Jeff Bezos killing Elon Musk and Warren Buffett over a couple $1 million.
Yeah. Do you think that that's all he would have benefited? A couple $1 million?
Yeah, but like, what could he get? Another
Control. That's
Control
what it all comes out to.
He already had control of everything.
If he has his hands in the federal banking system, he has major control. I mean, he'll. That's most of these rich guys go after power once they hit a certain level of cash. Like, it's not about the money anymore. It's about, like if you were to take an old lord back in the day, to accumulate land, right? And that's what they're doing. They're accumulating the land. They're getting the people on the land, their little disciples. That's what they want. They don't want the money anymore. They want the power. They want the land.
Yeah, that's the whole point, right?
But then, okay, so if being in charge of the central bank, which he wouldn't have been, he's not in charge of it.
But he would have benefited. And possibly
he would have owned one of the branches of the central bank. Right. Why doesn't Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, why don't they want that now? If it's so much power.
Now, how hard is to sink a ship nowadays? They build them.
No, but I'm saying why
they build them nice now.
Why isn't that their goal
to
be one of those owners of one of those branches?
Well, we're talking about 111 years ago.
Yeah, but it would still be the same amount of power today.
Yeah, but I mean, things were less.
If you run the central bank, you run the central bank. It doesn't matter when.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like the juice was worth the squeeze for him because back then there was no way he would have got caught.
Yeah, but he had all the juice.
He wanted more.
He already
juice.
had all the juice.
You ever met somebody with all the juice didn't want more juice?
Yeah, but to kill 1,500 people over it,
just a number to him.
Yeah.
And here's what I did here. Here's what I did here. In this theory that there was supposed to be a rescue effort waiting, and they botched it. It sunk at the wrong spot.
Yeah. Well, and the theories. I think that's the insurance game. that you're getting confused.
No. It's
Oh, wait.
in this one too.
This could have been an insurance scam?
They said that that's part of the insurance scam one too.
Yeah, that it was supposed to sink slower.
Yeah,
so that they could get all the
didn't sink the
people
way they
off
wanted
in
it
time.
yeah, you might be right. I might be confused.
Yeah,
and we're jumping ahead. Don't
we're jumping ahead.
Yeah.
Bud.
Oh,
I had to.
slow down, boys. So okay.
You jumped ahead.
I did.
Yeah, it was you, Josh. Was it
I didn't say it. I just brought it to like he said the insurance policy.
Yeah,
I said
no,
okay.
it's
I didn't even have that information,
I
sir.
fucked the whole show up.
Yeah. Oh no.
Okay.
But anyway, go ahead. Go back into what you were talking about. J.P. Morgan.
So yeah.
So I mean, I think Jeff thinks it's not a possibility, right? That's what it sounds like.
That's what it
Well,
feels
there's
like to
other
me.
reasons why the other billionaires that were on the boat didn't have a strong stance on the Federal Reserve. There would have been no reason to kill the three of them to get them out of the way.
So that's just a rumor, or that's
it's
how
a
it's
fake
spread.
thing where, like, you know, when you hear like, oh, the fire can't melt steel beams when you're talking about 9/11 conspiracy.
Okay.
It's just something people hear and then they keep repeating it, but they don't say, well, fire, you don't need to melt the beams, you just need to weaken them.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. Like they hear three other billionaires were on the boat and they all died, and they go, oh, that's mysterious. They
Right.
must have been against the Federal Reserve, but they weren't. There were two of them who had no public stance on it whatsoever, and the third one, Strauss, was publicly for it.
So you think he got off the boat just because he's a plain coward?
I think he was trying to sneak his art over here.
Yeah, there was something
I'm
really
talking about
shady
J.P.
going
Morgan.
on with the art at that time.
Yeah, he
so-
wanted to do other shady shit.
I gotta keep on with my shady shit.
He wasn't not doing crimes. He was just doing different crimes.
Yeah, but he's not above the shade. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he already has all the money. He doesn't need all that shit. He wanted the art.
But then why
Now
would
he
he
wanted
want
the
just
art.
the art itself?
Yeah, just to have it.
Not
'Cause
to
that's-
sell it, not for more money, because obviously you're saying he has the money.
He got
Once
the
you
juice. He
get
wants
that
all the
rich,
juice.
yeah,
I want the juice on my walls.
right.
Like, okay.
Once you get that rich, it's not about money. Now it's about, like Ricky said, about power, and
right, right.
accumulation of.
But what would be the power of the
things.
art besides it being worth money?
Well, it's just prestige.
Yeah, like, look what I have.
This.
Okay.
Yeah. I showed I think it was like a $5 million house that had a Monet hanging in the half bathroom.
A real one.
A real fucking Monet.
Well, there it is.
Hanging on
Bought it off PJ
dude,
Morgan.
in a half bathroom. They couldn't even do the justice of a full bath. In the half bathroom. So I immediately act like I had to pee and then try to squeeze some out because I never looked at a Monet and peed at the same time. So I was like, I got to do that.
I would be afraid of it
Then he-
splashing on it.
then he
I'd be
peed on-
petrified to
yeah,
do
he
it.
peed on
I'd be
it
like,
like-
I'm sitting down today. I'm sitting down. You got me. You got me. There will be no
He
accidents.
did
on
the
this.
Larry David peed on it.
Dude, and I had a feeling if I went anywhere near it, an alarm would have went off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's
you're probably being filmed peeing.
You're talking about the wealth and the. I think that's so crazy that could be in a museum.
Yeah.
Somebody could be appreciating that
Yeah.
every day. Children can be learning.
What did
looking
they
at that
have in
thing.
the rest of the house? Any cool shit?
A lot of paintings, and probably famous ones.
It's like
You
the
just
kind of
weren't- you
house
didn't
where
know.
like a
Yeah.
Jackson Pollock is hanging in the dining
Yeah.
room.
So when you hit
There
when
it
you're
is!
when you're
I read
showing
about
that,
this.
when you're showing that level of house, me as an agent, I just don't go in there with my client. There's like a team in there,
Yeah.
and they're
Watching you
They're
and-
explaining the
okay.
house because there's so many moving parts and to that house. So it takes a team to do it. And just one of the team members just came to me and said, "Oh, that's actually a real Monet." I wouldn't have known. I didn't. Pick
When
up
I
on
dried my
that.
hands on,
Yeah.
you son of a bitch.
Yeah. So I mean, how greedy and fucking selfish. You got to take a shit and see a Monet.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's accumulation.
Think about
they
that.
accumulate.
Think of
It's
that,
like-
yeah.
There's like feces
All that fecal
on
in the air. Fucking ugh.
But I think that's the rich people's
Painting
way
a
of,
pink eye.
of when they accumulate. It is also like it's not a big deal. And think about the bragging points when their friends come over and they're like, "There's a Monet in the half bath." Not a big
Yeah.
deal, you know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and that's all that's there for. Because why would you even put it in your bathroom? Like, that's insane. You think that would be like his big centerpiece. Look, I have this. And it's like, it's in the bathroom. It's not that important because I got other cool shit.
That is
that's
a ball.
crazy.
That's a baller move. Though.
Ball ass move right there. Like, I'm thinking about, like, that's insane.
If I ever get rich, I'm doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll put a
that's-
fucking
you're that
Vincent.
guy.
I'll put a Vincent Van Gogh in the fucking in the laundry room. I don't give a shit.
Just while you're folding, you're impressed. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Well, for the maid, I would imagine.
Yeah. So I mean, the rich accumulate and then show off. So I could believe the art.
You kind of operate like
Yeah,
that.
he wanted that art.
wanted that art.
Yep.
He had some half bathrooms.
You needed
Yeah,
that
that's
flex.
great.
That's crazy. Go ahead.
So the let's head on to the next one, and we kind of touched on that. That's the insurance game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was an insurance scam orchestrated by the White Star Line to recoup funds from another ship, the Olympic. Another one of the White Star ships was damaged and at the end of its life. The repairs were too expensive, and the ship was too old to justify any insurance claims. The insurance company, Lloyd's of London, refused to pay out. White Star was very close to bankruptcy, with the Olympic going out of commission. In advertisements for the Titanic, they used pictures of the Olympic. When leaving for the maiden voyage, the Titanic was seen having 16 portholes, not 14 like it's supposed to have. The Olympic was actually built with 16. So White Star switched out the names of the ships and set the Olympic out to sea for a planned sink. This was never an iceberg. It was supposed to sink a lot slower, and it did not even have time. It didn't even have time to get anybody off. The rescue efforts were also botched. Nobody was supposed to die. This makes sense to why J.P. Morgan was part owner of White Star. He decided not to get on board last minute.
Yo, that's wild.
Yeah.
See, that sounds more realistic to me. Like if you had an older ship and you're about to go under, and why would you have the funds to build a whole new ship called the Titanic, right?
Right.
So where would that come from?
Well, problem is, the Olympic wasn't an old ship. It was the Titanic's sister ship.
Okay.
They were built at the same time.
Okay. All right.
No, the Olympic was old.
No, it wasn't.
Google
I don't know
it.
where you got
Google
your research there, but
The
Olympic-
yeah, we
the
got
Olympic
Google
was-
fights on the air. Let's
the
go.
Olympic was the first of three built, three sister ships, the Olympic, the Titanic, and the Britannic.
Okay.
The Olympic was the first one, and it did suffer damage in its maiden voyage, but
Okay.
it didn't sink.
So it wasn't at the end of its life and old. I did hear that the insurance wouldn't cover the damage.
That's
right.
exactly what it was. But the part that you don't read about that when you read the conspiracy theory is that the Titanic was underinsured. So even if they sunk whatever, a boat called the Titanic, it still wouldn't have covered the damage on the Olympic.
Okay, so they wouldn't recoup their money
So
back.
either
or
way,
break even?
either way, they were going to lose money. So it
Okay.
doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense for them to sink it.
Right.
And where do you get your information?
Yeah, what the fuck is this guy?
Reuters.
He said, false news, fake.
Yeah.
Fake news, here he goes. And then he
right.
shuts it down. This is why you're on the show, buddy. All right, well, then make our show not fun. Keep going, right? Let's
So
see what else he can do.
It wasn't. It definitely was. You know that for sure that they wouldn't cover it.
Yeah, the payout was not enough to cover the damage on the Olympic anyway.
Okay.
So, but they say it masqueraded. They painted it up to look like the other one.
Yeah, right.
Well, how do you explain
They
the portholes?
basically were the same exact thing. I don't know what you're talking about with the portholes. But
So the Olympic had 16 portholes, and the Titanic had 14.
yeah,
and
what's the source of that?
There's video footage when it's taken off with 14 portholes.
Where?
Well,
Bring it
now I
up.
guess
You
I
gotta
got to
follow.
find it and show him the show, dicks.
Because
Thanks.
the whole numbers is what matters. The whole number was 400 on the Olympic and 401 on the Titanic.
What's a whole number?
That's the number that is like, it's like your VIN number on your car,
Yeah.
and it's on like 50 different components of
Right.
your car. Well, when they went down and looked at the Titanic and started pulling stuff off of there, all of the whole numbers matched.
Everything's
401.
matched.
Everything was Titanic.
Oh, cool.
And the Olympic, which stayed in commission for many years, was always 400.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
They didn't switch them out. They just
An old kick in the dick.
both somehow got fucked up on their maiden voyage,
All right.
which is a weird thing.
I don't believe
Okay.
him. Sure.
All right. Let's move on to the next one.
Someone works for the banks.
Yeah, exactly.
You piece of shit. Let's move
So
on.
the next one is the cursed mummy.
That's weird. Okay, so run me through this because
I mean,
I have no clue about any of this stuff.
If we're going to believe
Let's
J.P.
go.
Morgan is the devil and killed 1,500, I think we can entertain cursed mummy, right?
Why not?
Yeah,
Dude?
why
Let's
not?
go.
Well, that's the coolest one so
Oh,
far.
yeah, look, he's like, I got nothing to debunk this one.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, shit.
Son of a bitch.
He's no fun.
So this story
We're gonna get you.
follows William Stead, one of the deceased passengers of the Titanic. William was a British editor who was described as a 20th century spiritualist. So I mean spiritualism. So basically, he's an occult guy. He believes
Okay.
all the wacky shit. He spent the past several years claiming a cursed mummy was causing mysterious destruction and disaster in London. What really got him spooked was something another passenger brought on board. Margaret Brown was carrying an ancient Egyptian artifact on board the Titanic. She was delivering it to the Museum of Denver. According to survivors, William Steed was going around the ship telling everyone that the ship was doomed because of the artifact on board. Margaret did survive and confirmed she was in fact carrying the artifact. But by the time Margaret Brown was considered to be a hero. I think she's depicted in the Titanic as who played her? What's her name?
Is that the person with the heart of the sea?
Rose?
No, not Rose. Remember the older lady?
That's Rose, bro, in the future?
No.
Of the Titanic?
Not the old,
Telling the
old
story?
lady.
She's still Rose, though.
Who's the girl from she's in a bunch of stuff. She played like an older heavy set
Kathy
lady.
Bates one?
Yeah.
Ah, all right.
Her. She
Oh, that's her?
Yeah, and,
that's
and in
who
real,
had the
that's who
artifact.
she was playing. And in real life, she was a hero. She didn't get off the boat right away. She's in her saving people the whole time. I think she got an award or something for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but she was considered a hero by the Titanic, helping as many as she could before leaving the sinking vessel. After the ship sank, the survivors recounted.
Well, if it's your
Steve's
fault.
story. Yeah. Yeah, she probably felt guilty, right?
Yeah.
I better get them off. It was my artifact, right? Yeah,
She was just looking for that damn mummy. She
Yeah,
wanted to
right.
float on that coffin.
Well, the
Terrible.
crazy part was
Thank you, sir.
there were rumors that the mummy was on board, but that got debunked pretty quickly, and it just wound up being the artifact, which proved to be true.
That's kind of wild, though. Like, imagine like all this stuff that's actually on this ship so far. We got paintings, we got billionaires for the time,
Yeah.
and that's insane. And then we have this artifact of
Yeah.
Egypt. You know what I mean? Did it ever describe what it looked like or anything? You ever run
No,
across that
I
in your
didn't
search?
see any pictures or anything.
Ah, that would have been cool. But either way, it's fucking.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild. to
It
have.
wasn't a mummy, though.
No, right, but it's an artifact. But the guy said there could have been a mummy
Fuck
because
about
of this
an
thing.
artifact.
Yeah, artifact could mean anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. This,
But
but a full mummy. I don't know.
would it spook you? Say you were getting on a plane and some dude whispers, "Yo, this person got like the eye of Cleopatra over there, and anything around it usually gets destroyed." And
I'd be like, bullshit.
Would
I
you-
don't
now-
believe
now
it. Where
you-
is
Let
it?
me
Show
see
it to
this.
me.
you have
Can I
time
see
now.
this?
At the time, you have time to hop off the plane. Would you hop off the plane before it took off?
Wait, do I get to see it then have the judgment hopping off, or just the story?
No. Like the guy.
The guy tells you this. It's in,
guy's there.
it's packed
and then
in boy.
You see it.
This is
I see it.
This
Okay.
is classic Ricky.
Yeah. Give me my scenario.
Someone tells him, some random guy's like, "There's the eye of Cleopatra." He's like, "Whoop, out of here! I'm out."
Yeah, I'm fucking
That
around
shit
with
is
that.
cursed.
Not me.
You don't play around. I like your style, but let me, all right,
I'll
walk me
cancel
through
the whole
the-
fucking vacation. This is staycation.
Walk
now.
me through this story. Go. Or
So,
this
I mean,
analogy.
would you get off the plane if you knew that some ancient artifact that was surrounded by disaster was on the plane?
I don't think I would feel comfortable, but I don't think I would leave because it probably took a lot for me to be there. Guts
You could just
and shit.
you could
I don't
just
like to fly.
Oh, you don't like to fly?
Yeah, so like me being there, I would have been like, nah, I'm not gonna get off, but that's fine. I don't know. Maybe it would play
have
into
you
that.
have you ever flown?
Yeah, I've flown. Yeah,
And you-
sure.
you
I don't
just-
like it. No, it's not my favorite thing to do.
Nobody really likes it. You just gotta.
Yeah, well,
get
I
with
doubt
it.
anyone's like, oh, I can't wait to get on that.
I don't
flight.
like. I don't like being in a car, on a boat. I don't like transportation. But I
well,
gotta
no,
do
I
it.
don't mind. Like usually I zone out, but it's not my favorite process.
Do your ears hurt when you went to?
Nah, I have no real reason, dude. Just besides, I'm a weirdo that don't like to fly.
Wait,
bro.
I gotta
Back
go-
the
are
fuck
you,
off.
Oh, wait, are you afraid of like crashes?
He
or
lived
heights?
through.
No, nothing.
He
all
lived
that.
through 9/11.
Yes, there it is.
Everybody
Maybe that's-
has like
a trauma thing with it.
certain thing
I'm
in
good
their
with it.
head. Like,
No, thank you. Not for me. You know what really got me? That movie Lumbamba or whatever. When they
Oh,
crashed,
yeah.
fuck that, I'm good.
Lumbamba?
Yeah, Lumbamba.
I remember that Lumbamba.
Yeah, you know.
Really?
That's what got me. Yeah, as a kid. Yeah, I was
That was
like,
like
no,
a
thanks.
single engine plane.
Dude, as a
Flew
kid,
around.
when you're watching something like that,
whatever.
you're not like, "Hey, let me go. What kind of engine it has?"
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm like, nope, that can happen. I'm out.
We learned something new about Josh. He's a bitch.
Well, no, I fly. I do it. I'll have to do it, but
he likes to keep his
I just said
feet firmly on the
Ground,
ground.
yeah. I'm a good
when
guy.
it's like taking off, are you one of them people that are like embedded into the seat?
no. I'm cool. Actually, when I get to that part, I start calming down. It's the it's the build up. Like sitting there waiting and bored, like, oh shit, we gotta get on this thing. Oh shit! And then once we're on, it's like, okay, what the hell were you so worried about? It's a weird thing, bro. Sorry, I'm not you. You go on cool shit.
This is your captain speaking.
Oh shit!
If you look to your left, you'll see a middle-aged man with glasses shitting his pants.
You're not real. You see that, guys? Did you see that TikTok?
With the
Recently popping out, yeah. The lady didn't think the passenger didn't think the worker was a fucking real.
It was just a guy sitting in the seat next to her.
Oh, he was a passenger also.
He's a
I didn't know.
passenger. She thought that he was a lizard person. Yeah. Jeff, was it
Debunked.
you? Yeah, it was.
Jeff, were you flying lately?
Yeah, I seen a video with the guy who was accused of being a lizard person. He's covered in tattoos. And
Oh, he came out?
yeah, and he's wearing a Freemason's shirt, and he said, "This is what I was wearing on the plane."
Right.
And I should backtrack for people listening. There is a video, describe it properly. There's a video out there where a girl is trying to exit a plane, and she's pointing at one of the passengers saying, "He's not human. He's not human. People don't know. Get me off the plane. Everybody needs to get off the plane."
See, that's
So
all I
people
saw.
ran with that and thought, like, and she said lizard people or something like that at some point, and people ran with it. It was like, oh my God, it's real. Then when you talk to the guy, he's just a Freemason, and he had the shirt on, and she was busting his balls saying, like, hey, you know what that symbol means? You know what that's about?
Like, I wore the shirt. I
and
hope
him
so.
Jokingly said to her, yeah, I do know. And she said, the devil runs that place. And he goes, yeah, I am the devil. And then she goes,
Just the fuck with it?
and everybody around them's laughing. And then
Yeah, everyone
she's just
knows.
like, I gotta get off this fucking plane. The devil's on the plane,
Yeah, he's not real.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know all the back stuff. I just seen the damn clip and I started laughing like, this
Fucking
is nuts.
QAnon shit going
Yeah,
on.
man, they get, hey.
People, she was drinking heavily.
Oh
they
yeah,
said before.
she was wasted at the bar.
Oh,
before,
shit,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, but they had like her at the
She
bar?
probably like semi believed that shit, but then got drunk.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, misjudged herself.
your drunk brain takes over. Like, I believe some shit when I'm drinking. Half the stories Jeff tells when we're drinking. Yeah. Like,
Yep.
yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that.
I get it now. Sorry, lady.
All right. So do we think an ancient curse
Yeah.
could have now?
Nah, but it's crazy that it was on the ship, though. That's wild.
Out of the three we have so far, which
That'd be
one's
dope if that mummy was on that boat,
Yeah.
but
And
it wasn't.
And it went around just murking people. That would be cooler.
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
horror movie.
Yeah,
Like
just killing
in the
dude,
night.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like imagine Titanic with a mummy, like the movie Titanic,
I probably would have watched
and
it.
throw a mummy in there, just lurking around, just
And
like,
then like the grand finale is like he steers the boat towards the iceberg, like gets everybody.
or like
He's doing steering the boat.
or like it's an accident because the mummy was chasing the captain.
Oh yeah, the captain just ran like.
It's like a fucked up Scooby Doo.
I like this. I believe the mummy one.
Yeah, the
Hey,
mummy.
I'm feeling that a little bit better about
the best
fucking
one.
That is the best one. That's the funnest one. I'd watch that.
Then we could have mummy versus lizard.
You
people
watch it,
on
man.
the-
You watched
Yeah.
the real Titanic, you goofball.
The real Titanic was so bad.
It was the worst. It was the worst. Rick goes like this, man, you want to go on a double date? Like, yeah, whatever, dude. Where are we going? He's like, get a girl, and then me and my girlfriend, we're going to see this movie Titanic. I'm like, oh, dude, the love story thing? And I'm like, nah, like, oh, whatever, dude. Yeah, the girls will like it, whatever. So then we go, but he doesn't tell me it's a fucking 4-hour movie.
I didn't know. You think I knew that?
You know what I'm saying? We're sitting there, I'm like, dude, it's like 2 hours in, the ship hasn't sunk. What are we doing here? Like, what the fuck is this?
Look, you going in Titanic, you're thinking right away, ship is sinking. And
Yeah,
we're
that's
seeing
the
people
highlight.
dying.
You think that's at least
I
gotta
thought it
happen
was
in the
going to be
middle.
an action
Yeah,
movie.
no, it's a love movie.
Oh my god, dude, it was the worst experience. I left the
You-
theater and just went into another one. It was like, let us know.
I did that too. We both
Yeah, we
left
had to
our
leave.
girls. I'm like, we're going to use the bathroom, and then we just sat in other movies
Yeah, like,
for a
oh,
little bit.
dude, gotta get a break.
Yeah, and then we ran into, remember, some little kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were probably like 16 or 17, and they were like 10-year-olds, and they were movie hopping too. And we just started movie hopping with
Like, you here to see the Titanic? Like, yeah, same thing. All right, where are we going next?
do you remember what happened?
They were in like Friday the 13th, Part 7.
Right.
Do you remember what happened in the bathroom after the Titanic?
No, creep. We're filming it. I must have blacked out. It must have been
So
bad.
we're on this double date, and it's a Titanic, so I'm holding a 3.5 hour fart in. Like nobody's business. Like I'm
You
turning.
can't do it in front of your girl. Yeah, you don't know her well
Yeah,
enough.
I just started dating her, so I'm.
It's
fucking-
all new.
I'm
You
ready
can't
to
ruin it.
Explode. So I right away go to the bathroom. Josh comes in with me. Big mistake.
Well,
So-
he didn't tell me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I hit the urinal, and when you first let that little bit of urine out,
This is like another bomb threat.
it was.
This
So-
was a bomb.
So-
Evacuate the theater.
Dude, I let out the most hardest, vicious, violent fart that I have, and I'm talking
Bro,
about it hurt like a
crazy,
motherfucker. And you know how farts sometimes lead up to like, this one just went.
Right away. This is straight out
I
there.
felt my asshole stretch out, and then now the best part is there's a dude in the stall.
Yeah, we don't know.
We didn't know he was in there. We
Yeah,
thought
we
it was just
us.
And
Was
this,
it-
Everyone's in their movies.
Was it Tom Arnold?
no, but he's in the stall and he goes,
Who does number 2 work for?
Yeah. So he's in the stall and he just hears, after I went, he goes, damn. So I'm cracking up. I can't even breathe. We get out the bathroom, and Josh is like, he didn't realize I farted.
didn't understand.
He goes,
Yeah, I couldn't hear it
We're
right.
laughing. He goes, I can't believe that guy was shitting like that, and then said, damn, when it came out.
And then he dies
And
laughing.
I can't even breathe at that point. I was like, no, it was a collaboration, bro. I
Like, y'all
farted.
work together on me. It
I
was
farted
good.
and impressed that guy, and then he said, damn.
Never witnessed nothing like that in my life. I laugh, dude. Even when he's telling it now. I'm
The
laughing.
Titanic movie was terrible, but it was also one of the funnest times.
Yeah, well, we had that out of it, but the movie itself, no, thank you. That was terrible for me, man. Just sitting there for fucking hours. But anyway, it was just something part
All
of
right,
this
if you
bullshit.
two were Jack and Rose,
Oh fuck,
okay.
he's Rose.
and there's the door or whatever that was.
Yeah, a little door to float.
Which one is getting on the door?
Oh, he's gonna
I
have the
will
door.
fucking
He's-
murder
yeah,
him.
it's not even gonna be.
think I'm
Never let
dying?
go. Yeah.
You're Rose.
I would have got drowned fucking way long ago,
Yeah.
bro.
I wouldn't even let him hang on for that little bit. You know, like they
Fucking on my boat. They've been kicking
fuck
at her.
out, fuck out
fuck
of here.
outta here,
Yeah.
You're gonna
Fucking-
tip my
we're taking
door.
on water,
Yeah.
Dick. You gotta go.
I don't know what your intentions are. There's enough room
Would
for
have been
one.
no good, buddy.
I think Josh is a fighter.
You know
Josh, you
James
would've fallen
Cameron.
Oh, I would have grabbed your legs. You would have went down, bitch.
You know James Cameron had to come out and settle the dispute, and said they did like all the math on the door,
Oh my
and
god.
I would have only supported her for the time that would have taken to be rescued.
for. Oh my god.
That if he would have gotten on the door with her, because
They
that was
would've done- Yeah, that
everyone's
was the-
first
right.
thought was like,
Share it.
move over,
You
let him
bitch.
on there.
She's all spread out like I can't do it.
I'm surprised anybody who was in the water survived because I read it was -2 degrees. The water.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where I would've died right away.
No, that's called ice, bro.
Yeah, ice -2. No,
Yeah,
I
it would've
read
been no
it was
ocean.
negative. It was
The
-2.
iceberg was negative.
Well, it's salt water. Yeah. No, it's salt water. It freezes at a different temperature, so it's -2 degrees. So think about your legs just hanging in the water for overnight. You wouldn't live. You
Yeah,
have
I
to be in
don't
a
think
lifeboat.
I don't think anybody in the water lived.
Right, you had to have been
You had
on
to
a
be
lifeboat.
on something.
Yeah, that was Hollywood.
Yeah, so Rose would have died too. that bitch.
100%.
Most likely. yeah.
100%. What? She would have to get her like fucking torso.
There
out.
were
Amputated.
people rescued that were floating on debris, but I doubt.
I'm sure they were on big pieces of
weren't-
debris.
Yeah, they were on big chunks that
Yeah.
were.
If I were Jack, I would have not only got that door, I would have got that heart of the sea too. I'm like, let me hold her for a
Yeah.
little bit. Let me hold
Grab
yeah.
that joint
Oh,
right
yeah.
off
Yeah.
her
You
neck.
You can't fall in love
Yeah.
that hard.
Yeah, you meant
that
it for
little
a
bit of
day.
time? No.
You died over her over one day.
Yeah.
My whole goal would have been that heart of the sea. I would like the second I
Once
knew
you
she
painted
had
the
that
picture?
shit, I'd be like, oh shit, baby, what's that? Oh, that's the heart of the sea worth billions of dollars. Oh,
Mine.
cool. When do you go to sleep?
He just snatched it like Biggie on "Give Me the Loot."
Give me the snatch and change.
Yeah, and Jack was poor, right? You never
Yeah.
seen that kind of money.
Yeah. He won at what?
So
what?
unrealistic.
I think that's the only part we saw. Really, was him winning the poker ticket or playing poker
Yeah,
and winning
poker to
the
win
ticket.
the ticket. So I mean, in reality, the poor man would have seen that heart of the sea, and she would have never had a door. She would have probably died.
She would have been-
before the Titanic sank.
He'd have murdered her and stuffed her in a closet somewhere.
Oh,
I know.
I did see something before that Jack was a serial killer and he paints his
Wait,
victims before.
what?
A long time ago, I seen it. It's like a fan theory that Jack was actually a serial killer and he always paints or draws his victims, and the ship sank before he was able to kill.
Before he could pull it off.
It doesn't make sense because
This is a conspiracy theory
Within
about
a movie?
a fictional guy.
This is where we are, folks.
Crazy.
Sorry. Jesus. Keep going. Fuck
So,
that.
same
I
question.
buy it.
Yeah, I buy it.
That's it.
So
That's it.
let's do the cast.
It
on
makes the movie more interesting.
Yeah, you could tell me anything
Yeah.
cool like that
Yeah.
would make me want to see it again. Like
The
is
book. Wait, the book that we're going to discuss.
Okay.
It's way cooler than the Titanic
yeah.
conspiracy shit.
Yeah, let's get into
But there's
that.
a book. All right,
Let's
so
get into
take
that.
it in.
All right.
This is the coolest one.
Yeah.
You think?
No, this is
Yeah,
this
this is by
actually
far
is,
the
yeah.
Shit. So far, let's recap. We have what? J.P. Morgan doing
We
to
got-
sink his competitors
Yeah.
or people against them. Then we had insurance fraud.
Yep.
And now we're here. The last one was just
The mummy.
The mummy, right? The
Mummy
artifact.
and the artifact.
So all right. So now bring me into what you're saying. There's a book.
Right. So it was predicted 14 years before it happened in 1898. A man named Morgan Robertson penned a novel titled The Wreck of the Titan. It is almost an exact retelling of what happened on the Titanic. The length of the Titan was 800 feet. The Titanic, 882. The speed which the Titan cruised into the iceberg was 25 knots. The Titanic was 22.5. The Titan held 2,500 passengers. The Titanic, 2,200. With both. I'm not saying not held had.
Oh, okay.
They both had the capacity of 3,000.
3,000.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
but this is what all was on board.
Right. These are the similarities. Both ships were British owned. Both ships were hit on the starboard bow around midnight. Both sank in the North Atlantic, exactly 400 nautical miles from Newfoundland. Both had a severe lack of lifeboats, and Titan holding 24 and the Titanic 20. Both had triple screw propellers. After the Titanic tragedy, Robertson was even accused of being clairvoyant due to the insane similarities between his story and what really happened. There are 41.1 million square miles of Atlantic Ocean that the writer could have chosen, and there are plenty of reasons a ship could have sank besides an iceberg.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this dude.
So this
wrote
book came out way before the Titanic
called
happened.
the Titan,
and there was this little bit of shit that's off, like not much, apparently. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean that is clairvoyant.
That's
something happened
fucking
there.
insane.
The story's not as interesting.
Don't fucking kill it.
It's actually
Here goes Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
it's actually very interesting.
Whenever he starts
Whenever
he starts his ceiling with actually, I don't trust it.
Yeah, I get a fucking chill on my spine. Like, God damn it, that would look fun. Let's go. No, go. Tell us why.
Okay, so the time period and who the guy was pretty much makes up the entire story of why he wrote what he wrote. So the Titanic, he named it the Titan. He was also a mate on a ship for 20 years, and he studied like trends in maritime. So what he noticed was at that time they were naming a lot of boats after Greek gods. So there at his time there were 3 different ones called Titania that all hit icebergs in the North Atlantic. All of them made it back to port. None of them sank, but that's the inspiration for the Titan.
They were all crashing into these icebergs and this
You
shit
would think
going
if
on
it's
like
like
that.
a
That's
problem,
crazy.
why wouldn't they figure this the fuck
Yeah,
out?
so farther down the line, right? Like, well, these big ships don't do well in the cold seas. Like, this sucks.
They knew they were there. They avoided them. Like they hit. Imagine how many didn't hit. That's what.
3
You
out
just
of
hear
1.
about the
Right,
ones that
right,
hit,
right.
but that's how prevalent the name Titan or Olympic was another. Mount Olympus.
So him to have the name, it was
So
common
just like
in
these
that time.
giant names,
Right. At that time, like in the 50s and 60s, they named everything after stuff in space.
Okay.
Now we name everything after like what's going to happen in the future.
Right,
shit
right.
like that. So back then they were naming everything after Greek gods. And Titan just happened to be a popular one.
Titan's a good one for a ship.
Yeah. So
I feel it's good.
now
I got one.
so the
We
size
can
and
make your
the
ship
size and speed are, and by the way, icebergs were hit all the time. So the size and speed had to do with that Germany, for centuries, England had the best navy in the world. Biggest, fastest boats ever produced for like 300-400 years. In 1880 something, Germany produced a bigger, faster boat, set the world record for the crossing of the Atlantic. So his theory was that Britain will want that title back. So in his book, he made the biggest, fastest boat. In real life, England wanted that title back, so they were actually building boats that would get the title back for them. So at that time, 800 foot was a huge boat. So when they built the Titanic, it was the biggest boat ever built at that, by that time. So it's a coincidence, but it's not far fetched because it's what like if you were gonna write a book about a boat that's the biggest, fastest, crossing the North Atlantic,
That would be the most interesting, right?
Yeah. It just so happened that it happened to the Titanic. Yeah.
Okay.
But you said like earlier, like the other ship, what was the other one, the sister boat of that?
The Olympic.
Olympic,
Yeah.
right? Like, so were
That
they
hit an
going for it?
iceberg.
Like, yeah, right. Were they? Oh, even it did.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's
But it
what
just
the
didn't sink,
damage.
right?
The original damage to the Olympic was from an iceberg.
Okay, but it didn't have the damage before the Titanic, right? Because then,
No, it did. It was damaged before the Titanic. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it was. But
Well, wouldn't that make
but
the
it
insurance
was
scheme
not
more
uncommon.
realistic? Because that one was fucked up, and then they painted that one to be the Titanic.
It would, but if what Jeff is saying is true, that they didn't even have enough to cover what happened.
Right.
then
To it to fit. Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered either way. If they had enough insurance, that would have been a good scheme.
So, but that was the Titanic. That was the biggest boat at the time, right? So
At
then
the time,
what?
yeah.
And then the second boat would have been that boat you were just talking about.
Yeah,
right?
because they were sister ships. They were basically the
So
same.
damn, they
size.
were like putting like two ahead. Like we got
Yeah.
two of them.
3.
Oh shit!
they
Well,
had
fucking outdo us.
the
Go ahead.
Britannic too. Yeah, that was the
shit.
third one.
So we're saying with this, the predictors were there. Like somebody,
Yeah.
like if somebody were going to write a book about a ship in that time period, that's pretty much a predictable thing they would have wrote.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Especially someone who knew a lot about boats. He was like way into all
Right.
of that stuff, like
And then-
maritime culture and research and all that.
And when we hear this story 111 years later, we don't realize that was the times and that was what was
Right.
happening.
It was just a common thing. It was going to happen.
So how crazy is it that the I mean, we're talking about the Titan, the fictional boat in the book, that the submarine, the submersible that just sank, was named the Titan. Was he not asking for it?
Don't get me
That's
started on these dudes.
Let's go. Let's get started. That's wild.
Well, for people who don't know about it, the Titan was a 5-person submersible vessel operated by Ocean Gate Inc., set to explore the Titanic wreck at $250K a person. It was lost at sea for 10 days before an investigation discovered that all 5 souls aboard, including the owner, had died in a submersible implosion. Stockland Rush was the owner-operator of the Titan, a graduate from Berkeley, now known for cutting corners in his exploration of the sea. Rush said that the submersible was originally designed to reach 13,000 feet below sea level. It got downgraded to 9,800 feet after a demonstration showed signs of cyclical failure. In 2020 and 2021, the submersible was repaired and rebuilt. Rush told Travel Weekly editor-in-chief that the carbon fiber had been sourced out of discounted parts from Boeing because it was too old to use and for the company's airplanes. Boeing stated that they have no record of any sale to Rush or OceanGate. OceanGate had initially sought out. OceanGate had initially not sought out certification for Titan, so they basically like didn't give a shit about if it was approved by any government entity.
They just went out there on their own.
Right, and then they claimed on their website in 2023 that they were designed and engineered with the help of NASA, Boeing, University of Washington.
Wow.
But of course, after it imploded, everybody backed off, and I was like, I don't know these people.
Yeah.
University of Washington claimed they had no
Well,
involvement. Yeah. NASA was the only one to admit some involvement. The spokesman from NASA said that they were part of the Space Act agreement with OceanGate, but did not conduct testing and manufacturing via its workforce on the facility. So, naming the boat Titan was probably the first mistake.
Yeah. With all this other shit we're saying, and plus the ship just going down and that many people dying, and then the book predicting that the Titanic, right? Yeah. Why would you name your shit? I would, like you said, I would have nothing to do with it.
And he named it Titan and knew that it wasn't seaworthy. Like he knew that
It wasn't up to par. And it wasn't,
his head engineer, whoever he was, head safety engineer, whistle blown on him, saying that it's not. This ship should not be.
damn.
Nobody should be in it. And then
crazy.
Then they went.
How did he convince these people to get aboard?
People don't do the research. There are millionaires.
Yeah, I guess like if you have a smooth talking asshole to get you on, and
you guys are constantly admonishing me when I say billionaires aren't necessarily smart.
I do.
You go, oh, they have $1 billion. They must
be smarter than me.
Out of
5 fewer today.
Out of the 5,
Yeah,
out of the 5 people on board, one of them was supposed to go with a friend. They were on an island together, and they were talking about, hey, did you hear about this submersible? And they both agreed, hey, let's just go do it together. And then the one billionaire did his research, came back and said to his friend, I'm not doing it, and you shouldn't either. It's not tested, and it's problematic.
Oh, that enough. I would have been like, I'm out.
That billionaire backs off, and then the other one goes and dies.
Yeah.
But I mean, you guys seen how it was built. Everybody's seen how it's built. It had a PlayStation controller or some sort of
that was odd.
It was knockoff PlayStation.
That was
controller.
odd. Yeah, it was like a modified one.
It was a
It's weird.
Pringles can with a PlayStation. Not even a real one.
Yeah.
A Logitech John that was like 12 years old.
Yeah, it was on eBay. People say, "Oh, dude, no, it's crazy."
He got discount remote control.
It was my friend sent me the exact remote control on eBay. It's $39.99, right, on sale. And then, of course, it's on sale now, right? Yeah. But then go into them fucking comments. It's hilarious. And I know it's crass, but some of the comments were like, "Great controller, but up don't work."
That's cold. That's cold.
Go in and read the comments. Do yourself a favor. Find that controller. Go on Amazon and read the comments. You'll be there for hours.
People are ruthless.
And it sucks because people did die, and I know
absolutely it's terrible.
I mean,
yeah,
gonna laugh.
If you need a chuckle,
it's not that terrible.
Yeah.
It's about the controller.
At the same time that was happening and everyone was obsessed with it, there was a boat full of refugees in the Mediterranean capsizing, and you never heard a word about it.
Are you dead fucking serious?
Yeah, 700 people on it capsized.
Holy
did people die?
How come you don't know about that?
People die. Did you hear what he said?
But you know about the fucking billionaires.
Yeah, how many of them? 4?
5.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Well, 4 and a son that got.
Oh, shit, okay. A future.
Yeah, a
billionaire.
future asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Imagine like paying the $250, right? Going down there to see the Titanic, and then joining the poor souls that are down there. Like
see, part of me wants to say
Titanic's undefeated.
Yeah.
Claim 6
part of me
more,
is like,
5 more.
hey, you're kind of asking for it. What are you doing?
Would you rather?
Fuck are you doing down
Would
there?
you rather have died on the Titanic or the implosion?
Oh, the Titanic.
The implosion.
Well, no, actually, the
That's a
implosion.
long one, right?
Dude, the implosion, like
The way that
everything
ship and the debris was, I'd rather just explode.
everything I've read about that was. I mean,
But I'm sure, didn't they run out of air and they heard them knocking? Or some shit?
No,
like that? No. Okay.
No, that thing. It was like a millisecond, and they were dead.
I was just.
But I mean, to
boom.
me, the Titanic, you had 2 hours and some minutes of knowing this shit was happening.
Yeah.
That's torture. I'd rather.
Well,
have gone
they knew
some-
it was happening because they started to drop ballast.
Okay.
They knew it was going down. Maybe only the pilot, the Stockton Rush guy.
Oh, he
Maybe he's
kept
the
that
only
shit to
one.
himself.
Yeah,
he's over there hitting the up
Either
button.
that
Like,
or he was good. Yeah, he would have been like, "Ugh."
okay. Look at it. The Titanic's to your left.
Oh, shit.
Up, down, left, right, A, B, A, B, switch.
Oh, shit.
Trying to get the cheat code.
Yeah, he
over
was
there.
I was gonna cheat
Ultimate
code.
bullets, baby.
So, have you guys ever been in a situation where you thought you were going to die?
Me, personally, not a fan.
I
Jeffrey?
thought of it during the show because you asked me this earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, what was it?
I was on an airplane. We had a TDY in Texas, which is like a temporary duty thing when you're in the military. Okay. So we're flying back from Texas to Orlando and watching a movie, and then, all of a sudden you feel like turbulence, boom. You hear like boom, and then like bumpy. And then about 5 minutes later, the pilot's like, "Yeah, that noise you heard earlier, that was nothing. Don't worry about it." And everybody's like, "Whoa,
Yeah, we are.
now
We
we're worried
weren't.
about it.
We weren't.
So we're flying along, me and my buddy Jacob, and we get above Orlando. We're circling around Orlando. You see, you can just see it. It's night, so you can see the buildings all lit up. And then you hear like,
Oh, fuck.
like 10.
That's why it only flying. Oh, he's a
15
pussy. This
times.
is it. This is the reason, bro.
So the pilot comes up. Oh, the landing gear won't go down. So we're sending someone to
fuck.
put it down manually. So we're like, all right, whatever.
How does
Let's
that
get
work?
this going?
Like, is there a dude down there kicking
So-
the tires? Like,
yeah.
go!
We're
Like, how's this work?
We're circling. No, I guess they have a crank that you
Okay.
can manually
We'll
do
do
it.
it. All right.
So they get the landing gear down. So we're coming down, we're landing. As we're touching down, I look out the window, both sides of the plane. There's fire trucks, ambulances, cop cars, all with the lights flashing. and all.
It ain't looking good for us.
And everybody's like, what the fuck is going on? We get out. My buddy Biscuit's there to pick us up. We walk out, and he's like, he hugs both of us. You guys, I can't believe it. You're all right.
You have no idea this
And
is
we're like,
going on.
what happened? We're like, what the hell went on? He goes, look at the plane. We turn around, the entire nose cone is gone. flock of geese went right through the nose cone.
Oh shit!
Tore the whole nose
Well,
cone. right off
was
the
there
plane.
ever a point where you were like, "This is it"?
No,
Because
no.
you were
Well, if he's
No.
getting off, yeah, and his
Dude,
like buddies running up, hugging him.
That pilot was like, he should be like, read bedtime stories or something, because that dude had all of us convinced we were fine.
Said, that big noise you just heard is off.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you were gullible because once the pilot says that noise you heard was nothing, I would be like, "Nah."
Yeah, I would have shit in my seats. Like,
You're
we're
just
all
over
gonna die.
there.
That's
Jeff's
what they
over there
do.
in his seat, like, Okay. Yeah.
If you say so.
He's the captain.
He knows best.
Yeah.
I was worried about the lizard guy sitting next to me.
That's why he's our guy.
Josh, you got a story about you?
No, nothing of that. No, he wins, and I'm not flying no more.
I got one, and it involves Jeff.
Oh shit! Oh, Jeff, can he tell it?
I don't know. We have several of
Do
these.
you have
Yeah,
consent?
I almost died a few times.
Oh shit! Yeah, well,
All right, so I had a little red convertible that was worth shit in the snow.
we know the fuck.
It was. I mean, you would hydroplane in the
the
snowstorm.
funniest
Jeff
thing
had
I've ever seen you guys do is pull up to any bar. And then this 7-foot fucking maniac
hanging out the top
gets
of
out
the
of this
little-
2-seater fucking little Matchbox car looking fucking thing. It was beyond a clown car.
Yeah.
It was like the weirdest shit you would ever see. The car was so low to the ground, and to see a 7-foot person try to get out of this little ass red Matchbox car was the craziest shit I've ever seen. Anytime you would pull up, I would die laughing. We would. It was actually before cameras, really on phones, and we would have you would have went viral for some silly shit like this.
Remember Ricky was trying to parallel park and he couldn't get it. We said, we'll go in the
pick
bar
it
and get a couple of guys. We'll
Pick it up. Yeah, it was that kind of car, folks. That little ass 2-seater. You would think, who would drive such car?
It was all front heavy, so it constantly peeled out in the back.
Yeah, there was no back to it.
So I mean, me and this knucklehead are going out in a snowstorm. I forget why, but it was like a fucking.
We have to go.
Right, and we're coming down a hill, and I lost fucking control. This thing is
With
spinning
7 foot,
Now, yeah. So,
you both up front, all front heavy.
Right. Do you ever do that thing, Josh, where like when you're driving and you protect the person next to you with your arm when the shit's going?
My
right?
wife. Anytime
Like,
I hit the brakes at a stop sign, I'll do it to her.
So as soon as I start spinning, I reach over and against Jeff's chest, I slam my arm to protect him.
Crack
I'm
them
like,
in the throat.
Yeah, and it's just an instinct. I didn't even know I'm doing it. It's like boom, I gotta like do it.
I gotta save my lover.
So yeah. Well, listen. I slam my arm over and hit his chest to like instinct. All of a sudden, this dude at some point grabs my hand like I wanted to hold his hand. So now we're
Get away from me.
Now we're spinning and spinning.
We're in a death spiral.
Okay.
We're in a death spiral.
This is all heat of the moment.
We're in a death spiral. I thought we were dying. We're just going to die. Death spiral, screaming, holding hands like Thelma and Louise. It's like, but like, and then finally the car comes to some miracle. It doesn't hit anything and slides to a hole. And then me and him wake up from this like fear crazed. We're going to die.
Tell me you woke up and said, like a glove?
No.
Nothing.
When I look over, I realize we're holding hands throughout the whole thing. So me and him at the same time kind of like pulled away and went, ugh.
I want to go if you want to go.
Get off me, bro.
But I honestly thought we were going to die to the point where I didn't realize I was holding another grown man's hand.
Well, look at that. You beat the Titanic. Never let go, Jack.
And
You
then,
piece of
we didn't
shit.
let go. And then,
Look at yours.
And then I just remember me and him saying, well, we can never talk about this, right?
I'm questioning my friendship, and I don't know if I want to do this podcast.
But that was
anymore.
that was a time where I thought for 100% hands down we're dying. We were going way too fast, spinning way too fast.
That's
There
wild.
was too much shit.
It is
like,
wild.
Somebody was watching out for us that day because we were just spinning and missing shit for some reason.
Yeah, we were like spinning around things.
We're dodging shit as we're out of control.
It was like a game of pinball, but we weren't hitting anything. Just going around.
It was like the scrambler.
Everything but.
The scrambler at the like carnival thing.
Yeah,
where
right.
like you're headed right towards someone, and at the last second you turn.
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
That's crazy, fella.
I just remember us screaming together, holding
Yeah.
hands together, going to die together.
Well, I was
That's a lot to
I was
process.
cool. I was cool until he did that. Then I
Till
started
y'all hold
screaming.
hands?
Wait, no. I didn't want to hold your goddamn hand. I did my protective
He thought you
thing.
needed it. He
Yeah.
could say he felt you were concerned.
What were you thinking, Jeff, that I needed my handheld at that point when I reached over?
Yeah, I was like, I better help this dude out.
Both hands on the steering wheel would probably been our best bet.
I was like, he's really
Embrace?
scared.
Yeah, but that little ass
The
car
fuck
didn't
out
even
of
feel
here.
like it had hairbags.
You were scared too. I'm pretty sure I smelled shit.
Oh, fellas.
I'm joking. He didn't shit. That was me.
Well, you had to put the
did
blame
smell it.
somewhere. You had to put the blame somewhere.
All right. So on the Titanic, people had that fear, right?
Yeah.
Longer than just a 30-second handheld, like scream.
Right.
It was 2 hours of I'm probably going to die. So
Which is terrible.
I'm going to name some of the crew members and what they did on the ship, how many there were, and you got to tell me out of that how many of them lived.
All right.
Oh, shit.
So let me explain that
So
properly.
me and you, buddy, you
going
break that down, but I feel
Yeah.
like me and him are in a competition.
We're going class warfare here.
So first
Oh,
one is
shit.
doctors. So there were 2 doctors on board.
Both-
One was a
Is that the
surgeon.
whole
lived.
ship?
Both
Wait.
lived.
Were they doctor? Oh,
They were
they
doctors.
worked for the
One-
crew.
They worked.
They worked. They're not just
everybody I'm
going
going to list worked on the boat.
I'm not, it's for me. I'm slow.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks.
So you got to tell me how many of these people lived or died. 2
sure.
doctors, one's a surgeon, one's an assistant surgeon. How many
Okay.
of them died?
Did we keep
Or
the
how many-
guy, or we keep?
How
his
many of them
backup?
lived? How many of them lived?
One. The
Josh?
surgeon.
Take one. Yeah, like you would. That's a
They
good
don't
thing.
need an assistant
Yeah,
at
the
that point.
assistant.
Yeah. I know it all. You want the guy that knows a little bit or all of it? It makes sense, but I'm going to say 0.
Josh is right. Neither survived.
They weren't females.
Yeah, they took the Hippocratic
They weren't
oath
females,
serious.
right? Weren't it?
Weren't females.
What the
Well, because
Hippocratic oath don't say you got to go down with the boat.
They might have been working in their
who got it.
surgery and been like, we can't abandon this.
How would
person.
you say? How many billionaires?
Josh?
died?
How many
billionaires?
do you
died?
think girls
How many
can't be
billionaires
doctors?
died?
What? Oh, how many billionaires? I don't know.
Right. So
Yeah,
if 3 died, why would the surgeon live? That was my theory. Like, fuck it. They're going to save the billionaire, not the
Nothing to
surgeon.
do with nothing. Just all right. Next,
There we go. I'm just telling you my pickings.
29 able-bodied seamen.
That's all you got. That's all you got.
Yeah, I got 29. That's
what I do.
Zero. Zero of them.
0 of them.
Probably see a doctor.
Josh.
How many? Say it again. I got lost in my own bullshit.
29 sperm.
29 sperm is not a good
Able-bodied
semen. All of them. They're done.
21 survived. They don't fuck around. They're pushing women and
That
children.
is it. We fixed
They're like, I've seen this iceberg ship before, and if you ain't getting on, I am.
They got their own lifeboat.
right, that's the guy
They held one to the side. They were like, "Yo,
Yeah,
let's get this lifeboat over here."
Yeah.
yeah. They got together. They were like the shit.
Actually, you probably need one in each boat to like
well,
be,
maybe
the,
that's
be the guy. Yeah.
Who's driving
right.
the boat to rescue? That's
right.
how they did that. That
So smart,
Jeffrey.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna be an able-bodied seaman. On
That's
this
a
cruise next
job.
year.
Yeah. Be the seaman
Yeah, I'm certified in lifeboats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or pregnating.
All right, master at arms. There's 2 of them. How many survived? These are the guys with the guns.
They were shooting people.
Were they really?
No, I don't know.
Making
I just
shit
made
up.
that up. That's a
Well,
I was about to
conspiracy.
believe it too.
I'm about to watch that movie again. Like, you're bullshit.
They were shooting the poor people to keep them away from the boats.
Hey, you're a poor.
You're a poor.
Get out of here, poor.
Get your pour all over my boat.
Yep.
Good.
All right, two guys with guns. How many survived?
I got to say both of them.
2 guys with guns. Yeah, you would think, right?
If I have a gun,
I'm taking your
surviving.
boat. Get the fuck off.
It's only one. I feel like one had to stay back to shoot the poor.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
He ran in the bolts doing the pour.
The other one tricked him. He was like, "You stay. I'll go with this crew. You be the last guy
I
on."
would have been like, I want to wait. Why are you going with all the rich people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to protect them from
You're
the poor.
sly, you see?
All right, 7 quartermasters. These people making the beds and doing all the dumb
Oh,
shit.
none.
None of them.
None.
All 7.
Really?
Oh wait, women.
Oh, yeah.
But for the time.
Very sexist
For
of you
the
to assume
time.
that.
He didn't make the rules back then.
Dudes
He
weren't
didn't make the
making
rules.
beds.
Yeah, but he didn't make the rules.
Dude still ain't making beds.
Hey, not my house.
We don't know how to do that.
Nah, they are
one
actually.
storekeeper.
Little bastards.
One storekeeper. Did he survive?
Wait, a what?
One storekeeper.
Like there was a store on the
Yeah,
Titanic?
there's a store. Like, you don't want to get
Yeah.
your tobacco, whatever.
Okay. Well, he lived.
Mm,
That's what I'm going to say. He's giving
All right,
everyone their
all right,
goods.
he's
Giving
got
the
live.
deal.
What do you got?
well, what counts as a storekeeper? Because
I don't-
Strauss,
Like he said, buying your cigars. That's it. That's all you get.
Strauss owned Macy's.
Oh,
He didn't own it. He
shit.
was a storekeeper. He wasn't a store owner.
Owner. No, just a fucking
All right,
clerk.
He's the guy fucking
I
hustling.
say he died.
Survived.
Boom,
Survived.
winning. I think I won one.
All right,
Bullshit.
2 carpenters.
Dead.
Yeah, we can't figure out how this sunk. No.
They're both dead.
Yeah, they're dead.
You don't need them.
You don't need them talking.
Tradesmen always.
Yeah.
If there's any kind of the other conspiracies, the job,
Sure.
the insurance, we don't need any construction guys talking like,
Yeah.
well, it hit, and on this angle, I don't see how it's possible.
They're a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
And you're
I can
replaceable,
afford to
Joe.
lose them.
Yeah.
All right, 6 lookouts. How many survived? These are people looking out.
What, the people that seen the
Yeah.
iceberg coming?
That's their job.
They should have all died, but
Yeah, you thinking.
yeah.
They should have went down because that was
dereliction of duty.
their fault. Yeah.
Well,
how
would it
many-
be
how many-
ultimately the captain?
Give me a number. How many?
How many were there? Sorry.
6.
I'm going to say 4. Lived.
4 lived. Josh. Jeff.
I say they all lived.
You're absolutely right.
They
They
all got-
all fucking lived. And listen, if I
that's
were a
fucked
lookout,
up.
I would be on the fucking life raft talking about iceberg. I'm already on the fucking raft. You think I'm not getting on that?
Dirty dogs.
I might not even say iceberg. I just might
He
be
would-
like,
he
party
yelled-
of one, iceberg.
There was only 4 boats.
He yelled iceberg and jumped in the boat.
Yeah.
I'm already in the water.
That's how you sleep at night, screaming iceberg from the fucking middle of the ocean.
Yeah, they would have got mine for fucking 500 yards away.
You hear something,
Yeah,
sweetie? Nothing.
I think
He
we're
was,
fine.
he was on the iceberg.
Is that artifact okay?
He was on the iceberg. Going, iceberg. Check out this iceberg.
He's waving him. Stop.
iceberg. There's also an artifact aboard you should look at.
It's cursed. And art from a banker.
Nobody knows. JP Morgan's not even on the boat.
All right, so good.
All right. Mess hall stewards.
Dead.
6 of them. 6
Dead.
of them.
Women.
I don't care how many.
They're not women.
dead.
No, the mess hall stewards are like the guys who clean up the
They're
tables.
cooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Yeah, no one needs.
Oh
cooks.
wait, they're like waiters.
The mess
Yeah.
hall stewards, I think, are like the waiters.
Wait, what's a mess
I
hall?
don't
That's
know.
like for the crew.
I don't know. Mess hall steward. I think they're just the people that clean up, like the bus boys.
Why?
Yeah, boss boys. Yeah, but they're not even for like the rich people. They're for the crew.
Right, right.
Yeah,
They're
so dead.
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 All of them?
All
Yeah.
of them.
One survived. And imagine how tough that one was.
Damn.
That
Or,
son of a bitch.
or he got a good ass story. Like, look, I just had a kid. I got to get off of here. I got to go back.
Or he spotted the lookout running. And he was like,
Oh, shit. That's not normal. That's not normal. I'm going to hide right under this
Yep.
boat.
I know that tricky motherfucker. All right. Lamp trimmers. 2 of them.
Dead.
They light the lamps every night.
Yeah, dead. Unless they seen
Yeah,
it coming.
you don't need them on a lifeboat.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Oh,
Dead.
They both survived.
Oh, come on.
Tricky.
Yeah.
Who died?
Yeah.
Like everybody
conspiracy.
survived.
I feel like
I
no one died.
feel like a
That's
lot
the
of
new
the employees
conspiracy.
figured it out.
Yeah.
How did all the ship crew know this?
All right. 25 engineers.
I'm starting to...
All dead.
25 engineers.
They didn't build the damn walls in the hull high enough.
Well, they wouldn't have built it. They're there to make
Just make
maintain.
They
Steam
designed
it
the
going.
damn thing.
All right, you're going. None of the 25 survived. Where are you going?
16.
No, I'm saying all of them survived
Oh, you're
because
saying
they
all
knew
of
it was
them
going to sink.
survived.
They were like,
okay.
this,
This
is
isn't built correctly.
This bitch is going down.
I'm going to go with Jeff. Thank you. You changed my opinion. All of them. Fuck it. They're all alive.
None of them survived.
Oh,
Engineers are
shit.
bad motherfuckers. They're like, I can
Damn.
still fix this.
Or they thought,
Yeah, they thought they're going to blame us if we survive. So fuck
or
this.
they were
we're
just
out.
like, oh, we built this joint so good it's not going down.
Yeah, they were just overconfident.
what are
Standing
you
in
so
water
worried
like that's
for?
nothing.
It's a puddle.
All right, 10 electricians. How many survived?
Electricians?
Electricians.
How many were there?
10.
5.
It's a fair number, but I'm going to 3.
None survived.
Because it power fell.
God damn it.
I think
Man, we
that
suck
doesn't
at
make
this.
sense. They couldn't get one of them guys off.
Yeah, like what?
Well, they didn't see it coming. The lights weren't bright enough. They suck. Go.
All right, so stoker foreman. These aren't the stokers. These are the guys that help the stokers. You know, hit the coal.
Oh, they're
Oh,
dead.
they
They're
lived.
dead.
They lived
Live?
because they were out right away.
There are 13
13
stoker.
of
Now these guys handing the coal to the guys who.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they were like,
13
you
of
guys
them.
stay here. We'll go check.
So how many of them died? All of them.
I say
13?
12 of them survived.
One got out.
All right, what do you got,
Went
Josh?
out. Yeah, I'm fucking loving it.
What do you got, Josh?
One survivor.
3 survived. Josh is closer.
Damn.
3 of them survived. Now the actual stokers, their bosses. There were 163 of them. How many survived?
8.
15.
45 survived.
Wow.
Damn! They all knew.
They put down the shovel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said, nope. This
Yeah.
is smoking and spitting shit. I don't want nothing to do with it. They ain't gonna stop.
Now a lot of them stayed when you. I mean, as proportion of 163 to 45, and they were saying that like there was.
That's crazy.
They thought that if they could keep the ship moving, it would
Yeah.
sink a lot slower. So they did have a lot of them fall back. All right, coal trimmers. I don't know what a coal trimmer is, but there's 73 of them.
Oh, they're all dead. Fuck that.
How many survived?
They have a lot to
I'd
lose.
say 22.
All of them.
20 survived. That's pretty good.
Yeah, there you go, buddy. They
All right,
must have been
Same
important.
proportion.
Last one, greasers. I don't know what they are.
They throw
Greasers?
grease
Grease
on
on the
shit.
shit.
Yeah, that's what it
Lubed
sounds
up.
like.
Well, the pistons are working.
It's either that
How
or
many
they're.
socias survived?
I think they're a 1950s gang that
yeah,
sings
that's
sometimes.
I was going to say that a lot of socias survived.
Yeah, so the greasers, 33 of them.
Greasers got we'll do it for Johnny.
So 33 of them.
Yeah, they would
How
get
many
out of there.
survived?
How many? 43?
33.
33.
12.
The Greaser gang? The
Yep.
Greaser Pops?
Yeah.
Pony Boy,
Yeah.
Soda Pop,
Squiggy.
Dally.
Hey, Squeaky.
I think like 12 of them survived and then made a movie.
The Outsiders. Let's go with.
And then sadly, Johnny died.
Oh, bastard! To get off
Spoiler
the ship
alert.
to get there. The spoiler alert from a fucking what? All right. I'm gonna say fucking 6.
4. Four greasers survived.
What was yours?
Oh, I asked how many died, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Survived 4, so that means 29 died.
You've been saying
Dude,
survived.
I
the whole
don't even
time.
know.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, I'm counting
Okay,
winners,
okay.
not
You're
losers.
inverting. Yeah. You're
So what was your
inverting
guess on
shit.
greasers?
Fuck!
12.
We got to retrack
12?
everything.
Survive, and what was your guess?
6.
I feel like it
16.
was 6. I think he changed.
What? 16 makes me lose, doesn't it?
Yeah, he don't know what's going on right now.
Well, people live and die. People come and go. You're not promised tomorrow.
So, I mean, the moral of this list is don't take a job on a fucking boat, you know?
Yeah, I never work.
Yeah.
Chances are you're
for
going to die.
a cruise line. No, especially if they have insurance problems
Yeah.
or artifacts or a billionaire or any kind of ancient art. Fuck it all. Like,
you ever
don't
see-
get on that boat.
What about the band?
Oh, yeah, that they went
Did
down
you
with
ever
the
hear
ship.
about it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I thought that was the Titanic. That's a real thing. That's a real thing.
Well, it's a legend. But did
But
you
yeah,
ever
how
see,
would you know?
Did you ever see Steve Harvey? He was like, if the Temptations was the band, they would have pulled that cord, pulled the cord.
Yeah, just wrap.
Let's get out of here.
We gotta get the fuck off this thing. That's good. That's funny.
All right, so we have the conspiracies. Which were they? Remind me, Josh. I want you to remind me.
Really? Okay. All right. So the first one was J.P. Morgan.
Bam.
Second one would have been.
Take your time. Let's sit on J.P. Morgan. Do we?
I thought you were quizzing me. I'm sorry. I went in for the whole thing.
We're gonna low.
Okay. See if I got all this. Okay.
But first, we're gonna talk about each one. J.P. Morgan.
Okay.
Happened?
Plausible.
Well, you're asking her if he is or isn't.
Right. We're gonna go through them. So J.P. Morgan, did he kill 1,500 people
No.
to create the central banking system?
Well, I mean, it sounded real cool at first, and then he talked, and then I was like, probably not.
That ruined it for everybody.
It ruined the show for me.
Listen, we all know that like super wealthy people will do grimy shit.
Yeah, and that's where I was
But
like,
I think he
man.
was doing other types of grimy shit.
grimy shit nonetheless, but just not that grimy shit.
He wasn't one to kill 1,500 people.
He just wanted his art.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess. Can you agree with that, Josh?
I don't know.
Well, you gotta.
Well, no, I don't know. I mean, I'm like trying to take it all in. I'm trying to get my thing. So you tell me what you got, and I'm going to go
Oh, okay.
after all you.
I think it's ridiculous. I think it's a ridiculous theory. He wouldn't have killed 1,500 people. I think it doesn't look good that he decided not to go on the boat that sank that he kind of owned.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
that's
what fucks you up.
That's that little inkling of doubt. That's
So
in
you're
my
just
head.
so we're just all agreeing that he was
Because
a
I
puss.
feel like it would have been like the 4 billionaire homies could have all had a cool
right.
trip.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I'm
would've pulled
pretty
them
sure there's a
aside
boat
and-
to have you
Or
all.
I mean, imagine him going to them and saying, like, "Look, I can save your life. Can't tell you how, but I can save your life."
No, like, yo, fellas,
But I
my
want-
friends,
I want
we
your
got to get the
holding-
fuck
yeah,
off.
but I want your holdings over here. We're gonna die.
Yeah, he could have pulled like Illuminati shit and been like,
Yeah.
listen.
You got to join now.
Yeah.
I'm saving your life.
Yep.
But now we're a crew.
Okay,
We're the
okay.
greasers.
I
We're
see
the
it.
greasers.
We're the
now.
greasers.
Scooby-Doo-doo, what the fuck?
The Soch greasers.
That's great. All right, go, keep going.
All right. So,
So
Josh,
with my shit,
for JP Morgan.
well, dude, I don't know. It seems crazy to be like you can get all your people in one place that that might not agree with your shit that you got to get rid of. So it's kind of trickery, and it seems good. It really does. Like it seems like a good move because if you can't have them individually hit like on a hit, and then that would cause suspicion, like you said earlier. Like you can't just have them assassinated.
Yeah.
It won't look good. So where can we all be? And if I'm here too, I can't be a part of it. I don't know. That raised my eyebrows, but I'm saying, no, I can't believe it either because he ruined it and it
I think
fucked
you
it all
got to
up.
go on a star scale, like 1 out of 5. What do you go?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, shit.
That's good.
Say thank you because I still believe with your bullshit. Like I'm going 3 stars.
All right.
3 stars? You're going 3?
I'm going 3. It makes sense to me.
1.
Yeah.
1 star.
1 only because you got off the boat.
I got off the boat. You're
I
right.
go 1 solely because I just can't put it past someone of that wealth to do grimy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. I mean, why risk everything for
Yeah.
so little?
Yeah.
All right,
But you were on it. Who
Josh,
could
what's the
prove it?
next one? We did J.P. Morgan. What's the next?
Okay, so it would be because he had art, correct?
No.
Someone was
So
dealing
close.
art.
I had so much faith in you.
Oh my god!
Let me get a little bit of
next
that. Let me get a little bit of that.
conspiracy.
Oh, well, I thought that was part. I thought it was J.P. Morgan killing his fucking, his competition, and then the
Right.
next one was the art deal. No.
No. The next one is
It never sank. It was the Olympic.
Okay, all right, that one. All right. So in that aspect, and that was the mothership or sister ship, you said, or
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
okay. Why would you build two of anything? Was
It
that
was already
like
built.
going on in the
No,
time?
it was already built. Okay, Jeff, what do you think?
What?
Okay.
I'm not listening right. All right, no good.
Okay.
a good hustle. It would be a great hustle,
Yeah.
but it didn't make sense because the
insurance
money
yeah.
wouldn't cover
Oh, the
the
insurance.
original damage anyway. So
Now, Josh, what do you think is happening right now?
We're judging boats to pretend like other boats.
why would you build two of it? Twin towers?
Well, yeah. I get. Well, I'm saying was it like reasonable at the time to build two boats to be the largest boat?
On Jeff's star scale, 1 to 5, how many stars did he give?
I'm going to say none. Fuck you.
I thought he was going to say red or blue or some shit.
Fuck it, I'm out. I clearly don't know what I'm talking about, so I can't give it a star.
Okay, so you don't think it ever sank?
No, I'm
you
just
don't
saying
think
out.
you don't think that they switched
No,
out
I'm
the
fucking
Olympic?
out of it. Fuck it. No, I don't. No. Why build two of anything?
That still don't get it. Still
No,
get
that's
it?
why I said it. All right,
sure,
let's go.
we'll go with it.
Yeah, no, that's it. I try to save myself.
What about the next?
Where am I?
What's the next one?
All right, so the next one I do believe was all right, so we did
There's a
the artifact.
Oh yeah, boom, he got it. Yeah, the mummy. The
All
mummy.
right, dude, I just got confused with the beginning too. They bled into each other.
Why would they build another mummy?
There's never two mummies.
There's 3 pyramids.
All right, so it was the artifact, but the rumor on the boat was that there was a mummy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You got it. You got it. So
Yeah, I know.
we'll keep going. What is your 1 to
So
5
what do I feel?
on
Okay, well, that could have happened. Well, if they had art and all this other shit you were saying earlier.
Well, you would have to believe in curses.
In curses, I understand that, but
Okay,
at this time,
sorry. You're right.
all right, you're fucking me up.
I'm the one.
Curses on a scale.
Scale, no, I don't think that. I'm going to say none.
0 stars.
Yeah,
on the
I'm gonna
curse.
say
All
Star.
right.
All right.
And that's the one y'all said it was fun.
Yeah, it was just fun. Yeah.
The mummy never left the
tomb.
the British Museum.
Oh, okay.
But what about the artifact?
A fucking artifact.
Yeah, no.
What is that? What
You ever
is
see
that?
Indiana Jones?
yeah, right.
That
The
shit's
whole
fucking
movie's
good.
based on artifacts.
Yeah, that's the Ark of
Hollywood.
the Covenant. That's not an artifact.
Yeah, that's true too.
It's kind of an artifact.
It's kind of
It's the artifact.
Yeah,
So-
all other artifacts suck
Don't mean
compared
shit.
to that one.
That one means the most.
So if this William Steed was walking around with a little Chinese kid running around the ship with a whip,
A little short round.
a little short round,
Oh yeah.
would you believe it more?
If they had a crystal skull, maybe.
Yeah. Well, part 6. We
All right,
believe
And if there were like Nazis around and
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
all the reasonable shit.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't. I'm with you guys. I don't believe it. 0 stars.
So
0
none
stars
on
that.
the Egyptian artifact. On
Right.
the
Nothing
Titanic.
on the, yeah, that's bullshit.
Nothing. All right, let's go.
Josh,
Wait, you gotta ask me the
yep,
next one?
Yep. What's the last one?
All right.
Oh,
So
let
the
me
next
get off
one
the
was the
screen
book.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I'm on point. I just fucked up the beginning. It 2 bled together for me. I blacked out a little bit in the beginning. Sorry,
I get
folks.
you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I get it.
you believe him?
You did it too. You got
Yeah.
J.P. Morgan and the insurance thing messed
Yeah,
up.
yeah, I did too. Well, mainly. You did.
I feel like he was. So
I think that's what fucked me up.
Yeah.
I think that's what fucked me up, Jeffrey.
I didn't know how to get him back.
Oh, it's me. All right, whatever.
All right. So we got the book. Josh,
Do I think the book was written and like what he said? Like
yeah,
he
can
was,
you remember any
book
of this?
was
Yes, yes.
definitely
Listen,
written.
listen. What I'm going to say. Listen, what I'm going to say. So no.
Why would they make 2 books?
Why would they? Who writes 2 books? No, listen. So the book was written, but at the time you said he was like observing and he was a crew member. So then ships were actually hitting icebergs at this time, not sinking, but doing damage to their boats.
Yep.
So then he just wrote about what was happening in the time with the biggest boat because that the exaggeration of it would sell.
What?
Right, yeah, I blacked out again. There I go. No, I'm listening, dickhead. You fucked me up. I'm on point. Yes, thank you, sir.
What is
Oh,
happening?
well,
He's
there we
going-
go.
he's
So
going-
I
let
don't
me
know
make
what's
you
happening
look
right
crazy.
now.
Like, mind blown.
He's like reviewing the whole
I
book.
can
Have you? I feel like he's read the book. Have you read the book?
Well, on my off time. No, I didn't read nothing, you fuckers.
Oh my god! Just like that, he's back to life. What happened? Did you sneak him some coke?
I did.
Never in my life, folks.
No,
Never.
we all have never done coke. We're not do coke.
No, that's not
unless,
even
unless you have it.
You heard a lot of snorts during the podcast, folks. That's not me.
All right,
let's go.
Go ahead, continue, man. You're doing
All right, so anyway, so with the book and all that, and then understanding what was happening during that man's time that wrote the book, these things were happening. They were crashing in icebergs. Okay, so with that makes more sense, and him to predict some, but you have to sell it bigger than life, right?
Yeah.
Hollywood style.
Exactly.
Has to be the biggest boat.
Yep.
Has to be that draw, like, oh my God, the biggest boats from the iceberg. They keep happening in the little boats, and they keep coming back fine, but with damage. So I'm gonna say 3 stars. Fuck it.
Okay. You want me to go or you want to go?
I'll go because I got another couple little nuggets about the book.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
do
Let's
it.
go.
In the book, the boat sinks in the first 30 pages. It's gone.
Oh, that's how they should have did the fucking Titanic.
Yeah.
I would have watched that shit over and over again.
Dudes,
Yeah.
thank you. Wait till you hear. In the rest of the book, they all like load onto the iceberg. They got to fight polar bears. Fucking
What?
pirates come.
Oh, no, I'd rather die.
So
on
it's
the
a
boat.
big.
Like
He's
way
going
better-
for a seller,
but it's a way better movie.
right.
Oh yeah.
I want to see
Like
that
the movie, yeah.
Like Jack is dead in the first 30 pages.
Yes.
Yes, dead. She's
Fuck that
on the
story.
door,
We're moving on.
but the main character guy,
What happens?
who's
to the
like
heart
on
of the sea?
drugs,
Okay. What the
it's
fuck?
like Fear and Loathing
Wait,
on
wait.
an iceberg
I want to read
with
this now.
polar bears and,
Wait.
and pirates.
What happens to the heart of the sea?
I don't what.
heart
What's
of the
that? That diamond?
The Hollywood joke.
It's not real.
That never happened.
That never happened.
He's like, calm down, you.
I was about to be in the submersible. Like, where's it at? I'll take my
We're fighting
chances.
over the heart of the sea. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
Ricky's like, what are they taking that thing down there to look for the Titanic?
And I'm the fucking moron.
Get that
Jesus.
fucking necklace.
Get the diamond.
So the book was a lot more.
Ricky would design that sub with a little grabber claw hand
like from the machines.
to grab that necklace.
Well, the fucking
With the remote,
goddamn
yeah.
you can see him down there with his like,
I'm over
The
there
controller
spending,
made
I'm
it
over
look
there
like that's what
spending
they were doing.
$75 in quarters trying to get the heart of the sea.
and all of a sudden,
Jesus.
all of a sudden,
That's your style, you piece of shit. All right, let's go.
All right.
So I'm giving it.
I want to read the book now that you're saying.
Yeah, I know.
That
Like,
sounds cool.
I don't think we were well informed.
Yeah, we weren't informed when we seen the Titanic. We just heard like boat sinks, people die. We're like, yeah.
Sounds like a horror
Yeah.
film.
yeah,
On a boat.
let's get polar bear. Like it's like the Revenant. Oh, that's Leo too.
Yeah.
Imagine. All right,
That's the conspiracy.
Leo comes off the boat and turns into the Revenant guy and fights a polar bear,
Looking for
Oh,
fucking
like he
bear skin.
swam to a.
and then pirates.
I think we cracked the case.
That's a good theory.
Here's
So-
the conspiracy: James Cameron fucked up making the wrong movie.
Yeah, he did. He should have read the Titan.
Yeah,
And then made the Revenant.
yeah, yeah.
These are idiots.
All
Let's
right.
go.
All right. So overall, did the boat sink because of an iceberg?
The
Was it-
boat hit an iceberg and sank.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what I believe. There's no fucking conspiracy.
And a few rich people died, which makes it obviously newsworthy.
Right, and people, people
don't
just
know.
can't take a large scale tragedy and accept it for what it is.
I don't know.
That's
Right.
throughout history.
Yeah.
There's always something behind
9/11,
it. Yeah, exactly.
JFK, all that stuff. You can't just accept that like crazy
Shit
Lee Harvey
happens.
Oswald
Yeah.
shot the president.
And it happens on a small scale too. So, like, if tomorrow
He was hit from multiple
he's
angles.
upset.
What did he say? Oh,
He's like, God damn it, that's a
There
conspiracy.
was more people than just the guy in the building. All right, there was a guy on the lawn.
the suppository, the book suppository.
Shut up, you. Go ahead.
All right, I don't know. So we're
Sorry,
all right.
folks.
So how do you feel, Josh? Is there any
What?
conspiracy
I don't know.
around
There's a
this that
lot
we
building
believe?
around this, and like all these conspiracies, I'm fucking learning about majority of them right now.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a lot to take in.
Did an iceberg hit it?
But something definitely did
Yeah,
it. But
and
I would assume
was it
always
planned?
it was always an iceberg.
Was it planned? Was it a curse?
I don't think it was an artifact. No, I'm out on that for sure. It definitely hit an iceberg. We all know that.
Was it
But it
planned?
wasn't on purpose. I don't know. I don't know. There's a little bit more in there for me to be like, eyebrows raised. It's a lot to just say no.
Yeah.
For me.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm not like, oh my god, that happened.
So
but
you're a maybe.
Yeah, maybe. For
All
sure.
right. So I'm a no. It's just an iceberg.
I'm a no.
Just
An iceberg.
bad captain.
Wait, one fact about the iceberg.
Good.
He hit full reverse and tried to turn hard left. They said if he would have just kept going straight and hit it head on,
He would never do
probably
it.
would have never sank.
Now he brings us back to conspiracies.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it's not a conspiracy.
No,
it's
it's
just
just like,
they made the wrong decision.
Yeah, but who
Bad
would have thought
captain.
that? You would think you got to avoid it at all costs.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you would think, like, I would try to turn left.
It's
I'd
like
make a hard left.
Yeah, but
Hey!
I mean, I feel like 111 years later, we still got backseat drivers.
Yeah.
You should have backed up right. You should have left. What are you doing?
Total wrong move, Captain.
Poor bastard died.
All right, but
It just
With the
sucks.
ship,
It
too.
sucks to think that, like, if they'd have just plowed right into it,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have done enough damage. It was because it scraped along the side and flooded 5 chambers, which 4 chambers it would have been fine. But it nicked that 5th one, and that's the one that took it down.
Fuck.
All right. Let's have a moment of silence for everybody aboard the Titanic. Near, far, wherever you are.
Did you just start singing Celine Dion? That was your Celine Dion?
Do not disrespect
Yeah, let's not. Yeah, let's
The-
not do
all
it.
right, all right.
Canadian queen.
The Canadian queen, not the Titanic, and the people who died.
No. Celine Dion, cunt.
All right. So
She's a treasure.
we're running out of time here. So we have our answers. No, maybe.
Maybe.
Right?
Yeah, I'm
All
on
right.
maybe.
Let's cheers. It's been another show, guys.
All right. Well, sorry, I got a problem.
Here we go.
Anything you boys want to plug?
Jeff, plugging anything?
Nicole.
Hey, there she is.
All right, Josh.
Nothing. I act like I had some, but I have nothing.
Yeah, you were and brought it up.
We don't have friends.
While you're bringing it up, I'll talk about it.
All right,
My
go.
name is Rick Renson, and I am from Century 21 Advantage Gold. I'm a real estate agent over there. If you were in the Philadelphia area, tri-state area, give me not call. Don't call me. I don't know you like that. Give me an email at rick.renson@c21ag.com. That's rick.renson@c21ag.com. We appreciate you listening, and we appreciate all the follows, likes, subscribes.
Absolutely.
Keep it up, please. And we cannot thank Century 21 Advantage Gold enough for letting us
Always.
use their studios. Yes, and specifically Tom Navratsky.
Our boy.
Yeah,
Our
Tom.
guy. Good old Tommy.
Tom gives us full use of his facilities here, and we can't thank him enough. All right, that's it. We got another show in the back.
Peace.